baby bubblegum, it's the bubblegum bop.
Councilor Alexander in the audience.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the invitation to join the meeting and participate, and I've been asked to give an opinion as to why I voted no on the county council in opposition to this tax. And I'm a Madison County resident. I'm a property owner, a business owner in the city of Anderson. Lived in Madison County my entire life. And because I voted no, I was accused of not being supportive of public safety. And that certainly is not the case. I am very supportive of public safety. But just because you're opposing a tax doesn't mean that you are not in favor of public safety. But there are several reasons why I voted how I voted on the county council. And one of the reasons, of course, has been reiterated over and over and over again, and that's dealing with inflation and the cost of things, and how much gasoline tax is going to cost, and how much natural gas is going up, estimated to be 150%, and food costs, and you can't turn the TV on without seeing all of the ships that are outside the ports of the U.S. They can't be unloaded, and the cost of goods and services are going to keep going up. And Anderson, as has already been said, is a community that the average median income is less than $22,000 a year. So these individuals are rent payers. I mean, I have rental properties. That's the business that I have. And I have a lot of renters. And they struggle every single month to pay their rent. And if they're having to pay an additional tax, it's going to create more struggle. But when I look at all of the other expenses going up, I'm going to have to raise rents. I haven't raised rents in about 4 years, but obviously I'll have to raise rent. So the main reason, first reason, was inflation and what that's going to happen to the average person. And the second reason is because I think that this is a county problem. It's not the city of Anderson's problem. It's not LaPelle's problem. It's not Elwood's problem. It's not Alexandria. It's the county's problem. And you're hearing this tonight because we had a jail problem. We still have a jail problem in Madison County. And your Madison County Council did vote 5-2 in favor of the 0.20 tax increase to cover the cost of the jail. Now, the main issue is that 0.20 will not cover the cost of the jail. It's going to take more than that because the jail costs has run up exponentially. It's estimated from the last conversation that we've had from the county level at $86 million. It's a lot of money to build a new jail. And so basically, I think that when you think about and it's already been, you've been informed on how this 0.15 versus 0.30 originated. The 0.15 tax, the state legislature would allow us to implement a lit tax at 0.15, which would cover costs like the insurance on the bond and the administrative costs and some of those other things. Somehow, mysteriously, even to us that are on the council that voted no, it ended up getting to 0.30. If it had been, like Ty Bibbs has mentioned, or Councilman Bibbs, If it had been 0.15 all along, we wouldn't be having this conversation tonight, because the 0.15 tax would have passed, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. But I believe now the county still has a problem, but I think there's a way to fix the problem. And Jennifer called, Councilwoman called, has already alluded to it. And it's called the PSAP tax. Just so you know what that is, that's 0.10. The county council very quickly, within the next few months, can vote on a PSAP tax to collect enough money to cover the cost of the administrative costs and the cost of the insurance on the bond, and have other money. Now, it's also been said, well, that's going to go for the call center. It does, but the county pays $1.some-odd million of the county's portion of that call center. So we can take money from that PSAP tax to offset that cost of the county, and we'll have that funds available to use for these other costs. So because there's other ways to fix the problem. There's the next reason is on the principle of attrition. If we had another 30 prosecutors, we still have a capacity problem, because the courts are backlogged already with the prosecuting attorneys that we have. And it's all been blamed on COVID and all of that. But if we did get to the point that we had excess prosecutors prosecuting people, by the time we got through we only have 6 judges. They only have 24 hours a day, and they only work 8 hours a day, or whatever, close to it. So there's a capacity issue. Even if we had more prosecutors, more jail officers on the street, we would not be able to run them through our system fast enough to deal with some of those challenges that we have. We do have some problems, I admit that. And then finally, I just believe that taxpayers don't want to tax. I put out an unscientific poll on my Facebook, and again, this is not scientific by any means, but I have close to 5,000 friends on Facebook. I put out this question explaining the tax and everything, asking people what their opinion was. I had in excess of 200 people that said no to the tax. There was 3 that expressed that they were in support of the tax. Now, I don't think it would surprise you to know that the 3 that supported the tax were all working in public safety. Again, I am in favor of public safety. I don't want that comment to get back to me that I don't support public safety. I do. But I'm talking about, just like Congresswoman Crumes is talking about, we're talking about a tax tonight on poor people. A county that is poor by comparison to Hamilton County and some of these other counties. Adding a burden of more taxes will be absolutely unconscionable. The right thing to do, in my opinion, is to vote no in raising the proposed lit tax before you tonight. And the final thing, and Congresswoman Crumes alluded to this, is this tax has no sunset clause. It is forever. I'm saying we don't need the money to the extent that it is being expressed to you that we need the money. The county council can fix their problem, and there's a way to fix it. We already have talked about it in some of our meetings. And so you got to think about this. This tax is forever. And have you ever heard of anybody, any situation in any county or government agency that they voted in a tax and they got rid of it? Rarely, if ever, has that happened. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to at least let you know why I voted no.
Thank you, Councilor Alexander. We have Chief Deputy Andrew Hanna and Ms.
Yeah, it's the bubblegum bop, the bubblegum bop.